Hello everyone, it's Fion and welcome back to my channel, Croeso I fy Sianel. I hope you're all very well. Today I want to talk about the books that I'm planning or hoping to read in February. But before I do that, I just want to mention about my uploading schedule, because I got into a really good rhythm last year of posting pretty much every Thursday at 7 PM. And that was working really well for me. I was finding it really motivating. But over the past few weeks, I have found it's having the opposite effect on me now. And it's not working for me right now. I'm finding it's feeling like pressure, which I just don't need. So I've decided to go back to just posting as and when I have a video ready, which probably means I'm posting less, but hopefully I'll be enjoying the process of creating the videos more, which is really the whole entire point. But back to the task at hand, the books that I am planning to read in February. And I'm going to start by mentioning A Little Life by Miss Hanya Yanagihara. This book, you may or may not know, I have been reading it since July, but at this point reading it feels kind of untrue to say, because I don't think I have touched this since November, and I think I'm at risk at this point of just never picking it back up again if I don't make a concerted effort to do that. So I have decided a goal for February is to read another 50 pages of this, which I decided and then had a look this morning where I was at, and it turns out I was a couple of pages into a chapter, which just so happens to be the first chapter of, part 5. So I think I'm going to go back to the start of there, and then I do believe this whole chapter is pretty much 50 pages, maybe like 52 or 53. So that is my goal for this book, because I do want to finish it. I just haven't been reaching for it. And the thing is, the pages are so dense with text, and the chapters are really long, so I can't just go, oh, I'm going to sit down and squeeze in a chapter of this, because that will take me literal hours, which I think is why I just haven't been doing it. But yeah, I'm going to make a decent attempt at reading another 50 pages of this month, and hopefully finish it within the year of starting it. Just got to get through to July and finish this book. So that is goal number 1. And then let's talk poll winner. So my poll winner for this month is The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. If you don't know, every month I post a poll on Instagram with 4 books, and then whichever one gets the most votes I read that month. So like I said, the winner this month was The Prison Healer. This is a YA fantasy dystopian mystery, I think, like a few different things going on. I don't really know anything about it, but to me it's giving The Naturals, it's giving Scythe, that kind of stuff. I have no idea if that's true, but that's how I'm expecting to feel about it when I start it. So I will be reading this month. I haven't been doing particularly well with my poll winners lately. In fact, today is the 29th of January and I have not yet started my January poll winner, which was The Women by Kristen Hanna, and I don't know if I'm going to. So I have just finished a book about an hour or so ago now. So really I could pick this one up next. I could start this evening, and then to me I have achieved the goal because I've started it in the month, even if I didn't finish it until February. So that might happen, but I also haven't started my monthly TBR jar pick. So each month I also pick a prompt out of my TBR jar and then read any book that correlates to that prompt. The prompt was a book by a woman or non-binary / gender fluid author, and unfortunately at the moment I don't have any books by gender fluid or non-binary authors on my physical TBR. So it's basically going to be a book by a woman, which is the majority of my TBR card. So I could do that, but basically I'm either going to do that or this. I highly doubt I will start and finish another book before the end of the month and then start the other. So one of those options will happen, and then probably whatever book I start now will be the first book I finish in February. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. So since we're talking about the monthly TBR prompt, the prompt that I have for February is a book with 3 or more colours on the cover, which again, I have a lot of options for that, so it's a pretty good mood reading situation. Whatever in the moment I decide to pick up, I will pick up. I am not even going to go through any options for that because I don't know what I'm going to pick yet. And then back at the beginning of December, I created my winter TBR, where I used the same TBR prompt jar, pulled 6 prompts out of the jar, and then that chose 6 books that I was going to try my hardest to read over December, January and February. Out of those 6 so far, I have read a very pathetic 2. So my plan is to make a reading vlog of finishing my winter TBR, and the books I have on there still are Alice and the Fly by James Rice, The Ministry of Time by Callie Ann Bradley, and Penance by Eliza Clark. Now The Women was also in that list, so hopefully if I don't get to it for my January poll, I'll at least get to it for my winter TBR. We'll just have to see what happens. And then that's kind of it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whole books, plus those 50 of A Little Life. I don't really know that I'm going to get to many more than that. My hope this month is to read 6 books. For some reason, that's just the number that's sticking out to me right now. I've read 4 in January, so 6 is a little bit more, and there are less days. Might not happen, but we're going to see how it goes. I do have Luck and Booth by Jenny Fagan. This is from the library, so this will be my next read for my next episode of the Library Diaries. I don't know if I'm going to get to it though. I still have a few more chances to, renew it, but it would be nice to get to it because I feel a little bit guilty holding on to it for so long. But it's probably not going to, it's not going to take priority over the other books I've mentioned. If I get through all of those, then we might be on for this. We'll see what happens. And I also have like introed a vlog. I don't even know if I introed it, but I started to create it where this book was chosen for me to read, Oryx and Crake by Margaret Atwood, which is a dystopian. That happened in early December, and I have nowhere near picked it up yet. So this is hopefully going to happen at some point. Maybe I might end up giving up on that because it's been a while, but we'll see. It's still in the back of my mind, but it's like far back, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's kind of it. I have the book that I mentioned that I finished earlier today was Scythe by Neil Shusterman, and I really enjoyed it. So I am tempted to go and get the second and third books in the trilogy. And I kind of want to just dive straight into them because I'm finding I'm spending too long out of series, that when I get back into them, I don't enjoy it as much because I've kind of forgotten and lost my way with the story. So part of me wants to do that. And then in the same vein, obviously I will be reading The Prison Healer this month. I do have the other 2 books in that trilogy, so it might be that I think The Gilded Cage is next. Yeah, I believe this is the second one, so it might be that I get to this. I mean, this cover does have 3 or more colours on it, so if I enjoy The Prison Healer, which hopefully I do, I anticipate I do, otherwise I wouldn't have got all 3. But yeah, hopefully I'll enjoy that, and then maybe I'll choose to move straight on. We'll see how it goes. That is kind of where I'm at in terms for the month. So those are my reading plans for February. Let me know what you're hoping to read this month, what you recommend that I try and squeeze in alongside this huge stack, and I hope you have a great reading month. Bye!